Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. Mac. Today we're going to start with Module 2, and Lesson 1 is relating multiplication to division. So today we're going to be working on arrays, area models, and just general models all together so that we can make the connection between multiplication and division. So in our first example, it says, a community center has 7 digital music players. Each music player has the same number of songs. If there's a total of 112 songs, how many songs are on each music player? So we know there's 7 music players, right? So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll even make a 7th over here just for total space. We need to take 112 and divide them up by the 7 music players. So I'm going to start by breaking up some 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now, I can't keep going because if I kept adding 10s, it would be 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, and that would be way too many. So I have to start adding smaller amounts here. So I've already given out 70. So I'm going to do a couple in each box. So 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and then I'm going to keep going. Okay, so 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, and 112. So notice they're equally spread out. Spread out. It's not the prettiest looking pictures, right? But it doesn't have to be. It's just showing the model representation of taking 112 and splitting it up into 7 digital music players. So if I had to count how many are in each, I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that means that there are 16 in each of our digital music players. So how is that relating division to multiplication? Well, here's how. We just took 112, we divided it by 7 groups, okay, and we ended up getting 16 in each group, right? Well, if you look, we have 7 groups, each has 16. How many are there all in all? There's 112, okay? So they are the opposites of one another, right? So when we look at 112 divided by 7 equals 16, okay, if you were to work backwards and multiply 16 times 7, which we did here, okay, it's going to give you 112. So they are very closely related at all times. And in this example that we have here, the example of 112 divided by 7, we showed that with our picture, and then we're also showing that with the example on the side here that I just did. So when we move on to the next example, it says a local theater group is performing a musical. The members arrange 105 chairs into 5 equal rows for the audience. How many chairs are in each row? So it says to draw a rectangular array to represent the situation. Okay, so we know we have 5 rows. So here's row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and then row 5. Okay, now it says we have 105 chairs that can go into each row. So I might say 10 to start off. So maybe this is my 10. And then I have another row for the 20, 30, 40. Let me undo that one and try that one again. 40, and 50. So these are my 5 rows. Now that's 50. I could do 10 more in each row, couldn't I? I could say, okay, here's another 10, and another 10, and another 10, and another 10, and another 10. So that's 100. Now I have 1 now that I can put in each of the ends here and say, here's 1, here's 1, here's 1, here's 1, and here's 1. So the question is, how many students are in each row? Or sorry, how many chairs are in each row? Well, each row has 10, 21. So each one has 21 students in there. Now, this is obviously a very sloppy idea, but what this array is showing you is that we have 5 rows and each row has 21 in each row. So originally we took 105 and divided it by 5, kind of like we did on the last example. 105 divided it by 5, and we got 21. But when we look at an array like we do in this problem, it's the same as saying we have 5 rows, and there are 21 in each row. How many total are there altogether, which would give us the 105 as well. Okay, so that's an example of an array where we're talking about rows and things in rows, or also known as columns. All right, so when it asks you, how does your rectangular array represent the situation? Well, again, you have 5 rows here, and each row has 21 chairs in them. So that would be the example there. So when it says how many groups of 5, you can make 21 groups of 5, because 5 times 21 is going to give you that 105. All right. Hopefully these 2 examples helped you with making visual connections of how division and multiplication relate to one another. All right. Good luck with your assignments today, guys.